Hey, I have a random question for you. Do you know what the inside of your ear looks like? Well, I don't know what the inside of my ear looks like either, but today actually I'm going to get the chance to know what that actually does look like. Today we're here at Hearing Connections Audiology out here in Lebanon. And today we're going to be introducing you to Dr. Verbsky. Now, she works with all sorts of people, young and old, those that are experiencing hearing loss. So if you or someone you know does experience hearing loss, then I want you to introduce, I would like to introduce you rather to my new best friend. This is Dr. Verbsky right here. It's great to see you. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you, Zach?
Doing so well. Let me go ahead and let the camera guy in, aka Josh Pitts, my younger brother. But you know what? This is really neat. Thank you so much for inviting us to come out here. So you've been out here for quite a while. You've been doing this for quite some time.
Oh, yeah. I started audiology a long time ago. We're not going to go into that because then you can figure out my age. But I've been here at this location for a year, and I've been in private practice now for 6 years. So, yeah, it's been a real fantastic thing to serve the people of Lebanon and to be able to meet those hard-to-find audiology services like auditory processing disorders, tinnitus, hyperacusis, misophonia. You know, musicians have particular hearing loss.
You know what? My buddy and myself included, so we played a lot of music growing up, and standing next to the drummer's cymbals, my buddy, he says all the time, he's like, I've got really bad tinnitus, and I know exactly what it came from, and you know, we weren't wearing earplugs. But I definitely want to check out your facility because, you know, you've been doing this for quite some time and you are very skilled. You're a pro when it comes to this type of work. So let's go ahead and take a little jaunt, if you will. And tell me, you're working with all types of people. I mean, from young to old. I mean, you really want to be well-rounded when you come in here.
Right. I just don't really have a typical client or a patient. It's more people who have hearing problems. It's not even always a hearing loss per se. Sometimes they just have trouble hearing in noise and their hearing thresholds are fine. And other people say, well, there's nothing we can do about it. And there are things that we can do about it. So we do.
And what we're going to do is actually show you the first thing that most people experience when they come in here. So you actually get to see what the inside of your ear looks like. I'm a little nervous about this. I do like to use a Q-tip every now and again. But let me ask you that question now that I said it out loud. Are Q-tips actually not a good thing?
They are not a good thing because what can happen is when wax forms around the outer part of your ear canal, like it's supposed to, if you take a Q-tip and you don't know what you're doing, you can push that wax way down in, and the conveyor belt of skin growth that happens where it pulls the wax out naturally can't happen way down inside. And then they get to come and see me for wax removal.
Okay, well, so noted, lesson learned. See, aren't you glad you're watching this live stream? You just learned something today as well. So, Dr. Verbsky, we're going to take a look at what the inside of my ear looks like, and Josh is going to get a close-up of the screen here. And can you tell people what they're looking at?
Sure. So on the screen, we're going into Zach's ear canal, and you can see the eardrum down there in a cone of light, and that shows us that that's very healthy. And I don't see a lot of wax build up, but you see that bright yellow wax right there on the outside ridge. We want to see that because that means that the ear is producing the right amount of earwax. It is growing like a conveyor belt and it's dumping it out as it's supposed to and forming new. If it were dark colored wax, it'd been in there for a while.
So do I get an A for my earwax?
A plus.
I get an A plus. Yes. See, again, aren't you glad you're watching this? You get to see how stunning. Can we go and just do the other one to make sure? I just want to make sure. I mean, so far I'm 1 for 2. So what do we got going on here, Dr. Verbsky?
All right, let's see if we have a matched set. So we're going in here and look there. We have another nice cone of light. You can see the malleus of your little middle ear bones there where it's supposed to be. And we pull out just a little bit, and there's that bright yellow wax again. So it's perfect. It's just the way we want to see it.
I got some ear hairs. I didn't know I had that going on. Is that a sign of aging? What's going on there?
No, that's perfectly normal.
Okay, well, see, A plus today. So let's go ahead and take a look at something else because, as I said, you have a lot of different services because there's a lot of different treatments, and you want to make sure that when someone comes in here, they're getting the treatment that they deserve so they can regain that hearing, and at the same time, their confidence as well. And I'd have to imagine that's a huge thing that you hear time and time again from everybody, every patient that you work with. When you help them regain that, what's that like for you? Let me ask you that. What's that like for you to help someone regain that confidence for being able to hear again?
It's like a celebration party every time.
A celebration party. Well, let's go ahead and party in here. So what are we looking at in here? And we have a volunteer that's helping us out in terms of this particular exercise. So what are we doing here?
So this part is to assess the middle ear. We just looked at your outer ear. Now we're going to look at the middle ear and see, is there fluid trapped in that middle ear from an ear infection, or is it working the way it's supposed to? The person feels a little bit of air pressure, but not anything like going up in an airplane. We just take this probe tube and we put it down in the ear, and it makes an airtight seal. And then we get a beautiful temp on the screen. It looks like a mountain. It tells us that the place where the eardrum is moving the most is right at regular air pressure, just the outside air pressure, 0. So it's the same inside as it is outside. And there's a lot to know about tympanometry, but trust me, this is normal and this is like what we like to see.
So she is the expert. So as we've been talking about, if you yourself, someone you know, experiencing hearing loss, young and old, this is where you want to check out. Hearing Connections Audiology, Dr. Verbsky. Again, what is it about this line of work that just lights you up every single day? You've been doing it for many, many years. It's very near and dear to your heart. I can tell. I can hear the passion in your voice when you talk about it. When we had our first call, I could just tell that this is something that you live for day in and day out. Why do you do it?
Because people need to communicate. It's like Helen Keller was both blind and deaf, and she said, blindness separates you from things, but hearing separates you from people if you have hearing loss. And so to have that connection with the people in your life, the sounds in your life, is what actually brings our life more meaning, because relationships is what it's all about, and making that easier for people is really what we do. So we do both the diagnostics. You've seen the diagnostics here, and everyone knows raise your hand when you hear the beep. But we also do diagnostics for tinnitus, or some people pronounce it tinnitus, and that's fine too. Some people aren't bothered by it very much. Other people, they have severe bothersome tinnitus. And we work in conjunction with their mental health providers. We help people who need hearing aids. We've got hearing aids too, but we're not just a hearing aid dealer. We go and we do therapies with auditory processing disorders. We use therapies for tinnitus management. And these extra hard to find services are why we exist.
And that's one thing that as we came in here today, you were in the middle of a virtual session, which is just shows the flexibility and the technology available to help others regain their hearing, and again that confidence as well. So if you're watching this right now and this is resonating with you, or again maybe you know someone who could benefit from Dr. Verbsky's services, what's the easiest way people can get in touch with you?
The easiest way is to just give me a call, and the number is 513-342-0064, and I'll be the one answering the phone. If I don't happen to answer the phone, please leave a message, because I might be with somebody in the test booth.
There you go. So we've made it really easy for you. That number is included here in this post for this Pit Stop Facebook Live. Whether you're watching live or you're watching the recording, that number is going to be right here in this post. I'm also going to make it really easy for you. I'm going to have it below this video so you can continue to give Dr. Verbsky a call. It's going to say top of mind for you. All you have to do is you click that button down below, and that's going to connect you directly to Dr. Verbsky here at Hearing Connections Audiology. And again, thank you so much for what you do. I can tell you're incredibly passionate about what you do, and I can see that you are helping so many people here in the Miami Valley. So until the next time, we are live for this Pit Stop.